Hey gamers, I am centaurianmudpig. Welcome along to Ashes of the Singularity Escalation, a multiplayer cast 1v1 where we have GGTheMachine, also known as General's Gentleman on YouTube, playing the PHC, and we have Amelie playing Substrate. I believe this map is called Frosthaven. We have single turnium generator in the middle. Let's see. I picked this map because it's what I beat you on last time in the tourney. Okay. Bit of mind games going on there. GG trying to psych out Amelie. And yeah, pretty much standard stats. 2 engineers. Forward base getting up and running. So what units there? Going straight for an archer, and yeah, just archers. Slightly slower for production wise. However, that one shot killing probably makes up for that. Substrate got fast little martyrs. So both sound tactics, so we're seeing a couple of different opening styles. Now we've got some brutes coming out, so it looks like those archers were just for the opening resources, but now we're reinforcing some brutes in there, which mixing them together, the creeps would go after the brutes and the archers would kill them. As you can see, archers pretty weak, already took some damage there, and the brutes much stronger. Almost double the health, so well worth having that. So just expanding out, getting our resources coming in. 2 factories down for Amelie, doubling production speed. When the machine goes for an armory to get some cruisers out. Once we get a Zeus out, that'll counter any frigates that Amelie produces. So we'll see what Amelie is producing. Still frigates. Yeah, still going for martyrs. More martyrs. Faster you can capture these resources. So if he switches, I would say, based on where we are now, get some cruiser production going. There we go. Going with drone bay, and our first out of the gate, yeah, Zeus anti-frigate cruiser. Third factory goes down, and also going for a Avery. Oh, I had to think about that for a moment. Forgot me. The machine capturing Turinium generator, starting the Turinium game. And there we go, Amelie just still pushing through with those forces. Amelie likes to get a group of frigates and just rush the enemy. Definitely caught the machine off guard there when he was trying to build a smarty system, forcing his engineer back. Managed to keep it alive. Here comes the Zeus. Martyrs just do not stand a chance against this thing. A lightning bolt and a heavy laser cannon. Excuse me. But we've now got 3 cruiser production capabilities working on Athena's anti-cruiser units. Oh wow, okay. And then I forget what that unit called is, but that is also anti-cruiser, slower fire rate, longer range. A lot more damage than Athena. So interesting. Nothing being built on the Avery. There we go. Push it in. Coming in there before the machine can start bunkering down. Ooh, combo though. Would have been a good combo if you got that Smarty and Sentinel turrets. Sentinel turret would have knocked up these cruisers without a problem, because to be honest, Amelie's not got any units which are good against buildings, apart from these now. Reapers coming on, which would have been a bit late and got knocked out. But Reapers also good against other cruisers. So we've got a bit of a skirmishing going on here. Failed construction of Annihilator cannon, it appears. And down on this side, just an Athena wandering around, capping nice easy areas. So Amelie now taking control on there, pushing on, wanting to go recover his lost resources. However, he's put in an awkward position where he's now got flanked by the machine, but yeah, just not enough units. You can see, yeah, the Nemesis cruiser just one-shotting other cruisers. A bit too close there, grouping it in as Annihilation. I've updated it all, Schism, but obviously Twitch hasn't updated it since I've not restarted the stream. It was something I was doing earlier this morning, and then forgot to update the titles in between streams. So Amelie pushing in, decided not to go for that, going up here. Got a meeting with the machine in here, and I reckon... Oh, what's going on there? Oh, unfortunate. Move command. Totally ignored these units. Otherwise, would have suffered much less losses. However, still able to take out those opposing forces. Looking down on the right corner, we've got the machine pushing in as well. But not going to be able to do much further than there, but will be taking away valuable resources from Amelie. Amelie loses engineer, and the machine retreats with his Athena just to get out of there, save it for another battle. Remaining forces, Amelie wiped out there by frigate forces, backed up with a couple of Athena cruisers. Slight advantage to Amelie, but given the positioning, wide open for an attack. Looking at both people's bases, again wide open, no orbital nullifiers for protection. Any incursions could go down there, but neither one have any of the tech buildings. There's a small map for doing tech. You really want to try and outpace your opponent with production. Here comes General Jonesman splitting up his armies now, going for a capture of both radioactives and, of course, recapping the Turanium generator, while Amelie has split forces all over the show, leaving himself really wide open there. But looking at mix, we've got mostly anti-cruiser. There we go. A bit better for anti-frigates, and destructors good for taking out structures. But sits in the way, unaware of what is coming this way. But a nice force there. So with a cruiser, easily it's going to start taking out the assemblies. And also, you could just soften up any other armies. Keeping it split though, allowing the Artemis to sit back away from the army. Good tactic. Keeping it at range. Artemis now using both of his weapons. Weapons to take buildings, and the other one just peppering any units in the area. Forces down, but good assault by the machine there. Took out 2 factories. Amelie is going to need to rebuild those productions if he wants to stay in this race. And now just trying to recap lost areas, but push back on the right area, only now to lose it yet again. So another army of the machine. The machine's just got good map control. or splitting forces up, not bulking it all into one, and just keeping Amelie on his toes, really. But again, similar sort of thing, wide open. So who's going to cause the most damage in the least amount of time? Both are capable, both got the right sort of units for doing such damage. Less defences over here, nice and wide open, but as we can see, it appears that the machine is already aware of what is happening and sending some cruisers out to help, but what certainly won't be enough to take down these forces. Amelie just building up forces, keeping at a distance here. The machine still continues on the eastern side, pushing in. Static defense is not going to be doing anything. You can build all the Annihilator cannons you want, but this Artemis cruiser is going to take every single one of them down, and including his engineers. If he's not careful. Amelie pushing up north, getting in there. Still no forces there, but he is weakened. Regenerate orbital ability would help out in that situation. Amelie's been able to reroute forces though. Quite why we're sending destructors down there, absolutely pointless. Should keep them up there to avoid any more structures going down. But still, Artemis cruisers are just much better at being able to target both long range. Get eradicators in there for substrate though, and that would counter that problem. So pushed in here, not much now with these forces, could weaken some frigates, but here comes an Athena, just go wipe out both cruisers. Doesn't even have to wipe its nose afterwards. So it's turning out a really good match, really interesting. Assaults on literally all sides, both down the sides and in the middle. Here we go, still got this Athena cruiser, that's just going to wipe out anything else that it builds in there. He's probably forgotten about this Annihilator. Oh, I thought that was an engineer. Annihilator cannons, yeah, they're just going to get wiped out. But he has pulled back the rest of his forces, which is just a couple of Nemesis cruisers, which could easily be overwhelmed with frigates. Turn to the middle, yes, once again, Terranium generator switching hands. One really keeping hold of it for any good amount of time. No wonder why this is a lengthy mission. He says, without even knowing. We are against like the top players. Amelie winning practically every campaign. Though, so let's see what happens here. Will the machine tactic of going Frosthaven, beating him last time on this map, or pay off? We shall see. But yeah, nothing much left to fight with. Capacitors just have no fighting capabilities at all. Amelie, ooh, really beaten back there now. Suffering really hard. Sending some forces though. Needs to come and take this cruiser out, causing all that destruction, hurting on the resources there. Looking at both people's bases, just the one Terranium generator. Machine might just have two. Not seeing two, just the one as well. So both really not bothering with any Terranium, but both really maxing out production. So this is just a case of slugging it out. It's just a proper slugging match. But we've got some amplifiers down. Nothing boosted though. That could help make a difference. Get that income increased in there even further. Left the Artemis cruiser alone. Didn't realise there was an Artemis cruiser there. That was unfortunate. Still carrying out more damage on there. And say goodbye to that engineer, Amelie. More forces regrouping in the middle, but at this point really just looking at income and how much they're spending, the machine is eventually just going to overpower Amelie in numbers entirely. Looking on here, Amelie has switched. More maulers coming out though, trying to counter that problem, since General's Gentleman is still mixing up his units. We've got anti-air in there, but those nemesis surely will cause a big problem. And Amelie calls it. Good game. Tactic paid off for the machine. Machine wins the tournament, I believe. I think this was the match to determine who was going to be the winner and the victor. So it's just looking at income. You know, ups and downs on both sides. It's just that last moment there from here where Amelie just couldn't keep up there, and radioactives just allowing the machine just to build that many more cruisers than Amelie possibly could. Quanta income, both just the one generator, 0.25 each generator. So not much more there, apart from this sudden spike in the end. That's a weird spike. Oh, it started building more Turinium generators. There you go. So managed to get some more down in there. Military might, it was looking almost, yeah, fairly evenly throughout the first 3 quarters of the match, and then it was just this point here, which I believe was when the units maybe got split up a bit, or perhaps those Nemesis cruisers just helped edge the machine out. Definitely worth teching up your units, that's for certain, especially on the long game. Quantum invested pretty evenly. Region controls. Yeah, the Amelie managed to do quite well there in most regions controlled. But it seems that the machine just held that many more radioactives to make a difference. And Turinium, the machine having more hold on the Turinium than Amelie. Looking at scores, not much difference in military spending, just under 2,000 difference in there. But yeah, just in terms of units killed, machine just that bit more smarter on there. Just like literally more than double the losses. So that's what happens. You make a simple mistake and that allows the enemy to just build up that more forces to wipe you out more the next time, and equal investments in Quanta there as well. Hope you enjoyed that match. Until next time, centaurianmudpig saying bye for now.